Wonderful. Wonderful. We are live. Live. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Grow Moringa Farms in Plant City, Florida. We're live on YouTube as well as TikTok. Wanted to come to you today this Saturday because we finished chapter 1 of Grow Moringa. And we have some good information here in chapter 1. Actually, I wanted to kind of go through it with you today since we're live. Beautiful new addition to chapter 1. And you can now find chapter 1 in the private members area at growmoringa.com. We're just going to go through it and kind of start talking about some of the topics that are in the book. So, Grow Moringa, the Ultimate Guide, is an 8-chapter book that you can get from the Grow Moringa Collective. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any questions anytime, just ask. We're here to answer any questions about the moringa tree. If you have any questions, Puerto Rico's over there growing moringa. Wonderful. Thanks so much. If you have any questions, you want to learn anything about moringa, we're here. Happy Saturday. We're glad to share with you all the new information that is available now in chapter 1. If you go to the private members area, you can log in and read chapter 1. So it's in there now. And the way to sign up is just become a founding member at growmoringa.com. You can actually become a founding member at growmoringa.com and get chapter 1, get access to chapter 1 right away. This is unbelievable. I've been working really hard over the last couple weeks to get this to you. So this is available to the founding members. If you want to download this book, please support the collective and grab the downloadable version of chapter 1. We're going to continue coming out with different chapters. Chapter 2 is on the way. Already working that out. I want to see, because I'm live here on TikTok. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions about the moringa tree. I just want to see if I can see myself live. If you have any questions, that way it can show up here. I kind of want to see if I can see myself live also on YouTube. There we go. So if you have any questions, I can see you. Ask any questions. I can see this. I'm gonna go on TikTok here. I'm gonna type in Grow Moringa. So that way, if you guys have any questions at any time, I can see any thoughts on why some of my lower leaves are yellowing. Well, those leaves, and I can see the question here, why some of the lower leaves are yellowing. So, yeah, so that's exactly what's happening. You can see here, this is the tree. I just cut this back. These lower leaves are going to yellow. They're naturally going to yellow as the tree is growing up taller. You just want to get the tree cut back before it turns completely yellow. So you want to harvest that before it turns yellow. And I'm going to see if I can see. I might have to log out of TikTok because I want to see myself live. Right? I got the questions here. The lower leaves are turning yellow. That's right. Okay, so you can break those branches off. You can strip the greens, and so one of the things that you can do is strip these greens. One of the easiest ways is just to kind of strip it like that, and then you can dry it on a screen rack. You want to put that on a screen rack and dry that. Okay, I'm trying to get to Grow Moringa so that way, because I know there's a lot of questions coming in on TikTok already. I want to make sure that I have this up. See if I can watch it live. Doesn't seem like I can watch it live. I mean, I see it. Someone's asking, can you order a pepperoni pizza? Yes, you can, but you can order moringa through us at growmoringa.com. Okay, so hi Lana, have you heard of anyone tapping into the adult tree like they do in Vermont with maple? I have not actually heard about anybody tapping into the moringa tree for maple, for like syrup or anything like that. I don't know if I know that the moringa tree does produce sap. It produces these drumsticks. They'll regrow after you cut the branches off. They'll regrow green. That's right. And glad to see that Sean is here. Where can you get the racks? You can get racks like metal racks. Sean is asking where to get the racks. So you can get metal racks that'll come like this, and they'll have a little bit of spacing in between there. So what you'll want to do is potentially get some food grade screens, some screens that would be food grade, and you can put that on top of here. So you want to get your screens, and then you could even add another rack in between here, just using wood or other materials. And you'll want to have a you'll want to have a fan, and you'll want to have a dehumidifier in the room. And it's a clean room. It's a clean room where you're drying the greens. So you can get the racks anywhere. The red stems, that's right. We have the red stems on ours, and you can put the trees in towards the sun. That'll help it get more of a red stem. And someone is in Los Angeles, and it doesn't snow over there, so they can grow moringa all year. That's correct. Especially in LA, you can grow moringa all year. That's right. As long as it doesn't frost. And we were talking about growing the trees. After it grows up, you might want to cut it so that way it goes short. But one of the things that you can do is build like a trellis over top of your tree, so that way in the summertime it'll grow up over top of your trellis. But in the wintertime you can chop it back, and the tree will be protected under this trellis. And so when the tree is protected under the trellis, you'll have a longer season, a longer grow season, and you'll protect it from frost. I wish I could pull the live up, maybe so that way I could see the so that way I could see ourselves live. I can see our questions here. Someone's saying that, hey there, Robert from Texas saying hello. What types of seeds are best to sprout? The PKM1s, we have PKM1 seeds, and these seeds make oil. These are the best seeds that you want to get is the PKM1, Moringa oleifera seeds. And so that way they can sprout very easily. We've already sifted, someone was asking, do they have to wash it and then dehydrate it and then press it, because they want to press these into oil. And they've already been dehydrated on the racks. They've already been dried, they've already been washed, and so they're already been cleaned, and they've already been sifted from wings. So that way the wings are no longer there, so that way they're not causing your oil machine to back up. So that way there's no kind of like extra cloudiness in the oil if you decide to press this to make oil. This is the oil here. You can see that the oil is looking really nice, looking really good. It's nice and clear. And we're pressing these seeds in the machine to make the oil. We're making moringa. Hopefully everybody here can see that this is actually the moringa tree. And that's what we're talking about here. Nice. Okay, so we've got the seeds. We're mostly wanting to talk about the book. I just finished chapter 1 of the book, so everybody can access chapter 1 now. It's available. I'm super excited about that. Questions? Let's see here. I'm so happy that I can see the questions here. Someone says, do you break the seal? Do you break the sheet off? So I can show you actually that you don't have to. I'm going to see if I can just open and grab one of these. Just want to grab one. Okay. Because you can grow these in a pot, You can just stick these in a pot with or without the shell. And this is where the actual seed is inside. This is where the tree comes from. These are nice seeds. This is where the oil comes out of, right in here. So someone's asking if this is the moringa seed. This is the seed, and if you press it, it could even have some oil in there. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, super oily. You can go ahead and eat that. That's super good. I have a little bit of water here. It's bitter at first, but then it turns sweet. So that's super good. It's really bitter at first, but then it turns pleasantly sweet. So you can eat the seeds. The seeds are edible. They're very, very good to eat. That's great. So we've got the seed there. So you can eat the seed. You can sprout it with or without cracking the shell open. You can just put it in a pot and it'll sprout. You can take it out and germinate it in a plastic bag, even with some paper towel. Wonderful. You can find the book at growmoringa.com. Someone's asking where to find the book. You can find the book at growmoringa.com. Sign up as a founding member, and you'll get instant access to the book. And also give you a year membership in the Grow Moringa Collective, and that's where I mentor you and teach you everything that you need to know about Moringa throughout the year. The book, just chapter 1, is it's extensive. It's over 50 pages. And so we're going to start going over some of the topics that are in the book. We've got the drumstick here. Everybody's saying, hey, you don't have to break the shell. Does it make a difference to plant the seeds with or without the wings? Shauna's asking. The wings, planting-wise, we did actually have someone say in the group that they take the wing off because it reduces some of, especially if you're planting like in a tray. I don't think this matters if you're planting individually, but he's planting in a tray, so he wants to take off as much extra matter from the seeds, so that way after about a month or 2 months of being in the tray, there isn't like little things that are causing extra mold and bacteria and things like that. But if you just have it in a pot by itself, I don't think it's, he said that when he took the wing off, it actually germinated faster. So one of the things that he did was he shelled it, or not shelled it, but he just got the wing completely off and put it in, and he noticed that when he did that versus when he didn't do that, he got a faster germination rate. And that's actually in one of the Q&As that we just had, I think our last Q&A 5, that's already in the members area. So we talked about that there. And this is the Moringa Seed pod, known as the drumstick. Someone's asking, and we make oil from the seeds. The seeds make this oil, this very valuable oil here. Wonderful. And wonderful. Thanks, everybody, for asking questions. If you have any questions anytime, I'm here to answer. We're going to talk about the book a little bit. And please share the web address for the members to find the book. It's growmoringa.com. Wonderful. Okay, let's go through. Let's start going through the book so that way people can ask any questions. Now, if you would like to join the collective, can you buy the oil on the website? Yes, Shauna. The oil is available on the website now. If you go to growmoringa.com, you can, we just opened up our shop. So that's great news, is that our shop is now back open. Our shop is back open. So you can go to growmoringa.com. I had a different brand and a different website just a few months ago. I shut that down and rebranded, opened back up, and someone's saying, looks like some of the trees that they have in their yard. Oh, if you're in the tropics, this grows prevalently in the backyard, but also the leaf structure, which we're going to talk about in chapter 2, the biology of the moringa tree. This is like a perfect leaf structure. It's evolved to have this shape because it helps with cooling. It cools the tree off. The thermodynamics and the aerodynamics of the leaf as it's hanging there protects and shades the under part of the tree. It's amazing. So the story about the evolution of the moringa tree, how it looks, and also why it looks like many other tropical leaves and the structure of it is going to be in the following chapters of Grow Moringa, the Ultimate Guide. So that way you learn about every aspect of the moringa tree. And one of the ways that you can connect with other moringa growers is through our members directory. The members directory is available with the membership. And so you can get the book and also the members directory where it has all of our members inside, and you can access it through our drive in our private members area. So that's also available when you get the book. All right, so let's start going through the book. If you have any questions, someone's asking if you can buy the oil. Yes, it is available at growmoringa.com, and there's a shop there. The shop is now available. All right, so there is a website, okay, and it's called growmoringa.com. Okay, we'll just set this aside. Maybe this will just stay here. We'll just set this aside here for now. There's a website, and it's called growmoringa.com. And on the website, we attract buyers because we have really high quality moringa, but we also attract growers. On top of all of that, we have what's, a learners pool of people, right? And the learners are learning about the moringa tree industry, every part of the moringa aspect and spirit. They're learning, and they're deciding if they're going to purchase from us or if they're also going to become a grower. And this manual, Grow Moringa, the Ultimate Guide, which is available at Grow Moringa, the Ultimate Guide, is going to encompass many different topics that are going to teach and inform people how to grow it, and also while fostering an educated pool of buyers. It's important that when someone is buying moringa, they're educated and they know that they're buying it, and they can connect with their farmers. So we're connecting buyers with the farmers. That's most important. And so we have several people here actually that have already purchased the book. They have chapter 1 already. They're in the membership, and they're here with us, excited to start their business and learn how to grow and sell moringa and market it. And so Shauna is saying that she's excited to be a part of it, and is excited to get other people involved as well. And so we have the affiliate program that you can join as well, getting more people involved. If you go to Grow Moringa .tapaffiliate.com, that's our affiliate program. And every time you make a sale with your custom link, you'll get 13% cash back from that order. Whoever uses it. So if your friends use it or your family uses it to come and buy, say, trees or seeds or powder. This is all from the moringa tree. Capsules. We've got, with the seeds, we've got oil. With the powder, we have spice. With the capsules, there comes a whole slew of things that we can offer for sale on the website, like supplies, like people want to get the machine, the capsule machine. People also want to get the oil machine. So we're connecting buyers that also want to be producers and making these things. And so that's why we started the collective. The collective is a group of producers. This is the collective. Okay, and the whole point of establishing this collective is to have a pool of producers, growers, these are our growers right here, that are certified. And they get their certification through the manual that we have here. So one of the ways that you can start the process of learning how to grow the moringa tree and supply the website with your moringa to sell is to just become a member and grab a copy of the book. And the book is going to be coming out over the next several months about how to grow moringa. It's essentially the ultimate guide. It's a we call it a complete grower's manual and farmer's certification course. Okay, so there's a manual that you get access to, and then there's the certification course. And this is something that we're writing right now. And you're going to be in a part of the Founders Club and Founders Group, where we are actually providing an NFT collection. We're going to be offering the NFT here very soon on the Ethereum blockchain, so that way you can get access to the collective and its creative outlet as far as cards. We'll have access cards. So this is mostly to promote MoringaCon. We're having a conference. Okay, this is an annual conference that you can come to and learn and meet up with all your local growers in the world. This annual Moringa Con is a conference that you can get your tickets through our NFT collection. So there'll be access tokens. We'll also have gift tokens. And we'll also have utility tokens where you can purchase physical products through the Ethereum blockchain and grab one of our NFTs for the founding membership. It'll be a founding membership NFT. It'll be like it'll be a Moringa token. It'll be a Moringa coin, and we call it the Moringa Founders Coin. And this NFT will be broken down into 3 sections, and it'll have several cards that I draw that'll be on there. We'll have different characters of Moringa. So Miss Moringa, Mrs. Moringa, and all kinds of different things that I'm planning on launching with this NFT collection. Okay, so we have a little bit of a background as to what's going on with the founding membership, the collective. We have buyers coming in as members, also as growers coming in as members right now. And so when do you use the link that's the portion sizes? Anytime you use the affiliate link, 13% will be generated cash back to the owner of that link. So if you become an affiliate and you get your link and you share it with anybody, if they purchase either the membership or even if they purchase products, as long as they're going to that link first, we'll know that they're going to that link and it'll be attached to the checkout pages. And every time there's a checkout and a purchase, we'll know that link generates a conversion. You can sign in to all of your conversions. You'll know when someone's using your link. You can sign into your conversions at tapaffiliate.com, at growmoringa.tapaffiliate.com. That's where you would log in to your affiliate. growmoringa.tapaffiliate.com is where you log into your affiliate program. And that's where you can track all your conversions and everything through the collective and your sales and everything. So if someone orders a membership and they're using your link, it'll generate almost $20, $19.50. And so someone's saying hey there to Drew's Food Forest. So everybody's saying hey everybody. Welcome. If you have any questions about Moringa, I'm here. I got this up on the big screen. We've got some things that we're covering in the book here, and the first of which is talking about this certification course. If you if you go to the Facebook group, if you go to Grow Moringa Facebook group right now, and you're a founding member, you can post in the group and make a sale. It's an open market where you can make a sale and generate some income that way. You can list your products on your Facebook marketplace. You can start making products right away. You could sprout the trees. You could order seeds organically through someone in the collective that may already have seeds as a certified grower, so that way you could produce oil. You could even take some of your greens that you're already growing, and you can strip the greens off yourself and potentially make powder. So you would just kind of strip that green off a little bit like that with your hand, and you would wash that, and then you would have nice greens that you would then dry and package. And so one of the ways that you can package your moringa, actually we have different packages that you can package your moringa powder into, and teach you all about packaging and setting up a good package, so that way when you dry, we're just getting our labels set back up. So we have our powder here, and so you can see this is super fresh. We're powdering this. I just packaged this. This is just for show. But when we ship, you want to ship it in a dark white or silver bag. You don't really want it out in the sun at all. This is just so people can see the beautiful green of our moringa. You know, so it's a good little showpiece. Right on. So you can see the moringa there. Okay, so we're just mostly talking certification and why you would want to be certified, why you would want to get a copy of the book, because it's going to teach you how to have a high quality product. It's going to teach you how to harvest, properly, how to dry properly. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that before you're selling through the website, you've already gone through the process of establishing a safe and healthy environment for your trees to grow, and we're going to teach you how to do that. Okay, so as we're moving forward in the Chapter 1, you can download Chapter 1 now by becoming a founding member of the collective at growmoringa.com. We're going to be talking about certification. This is a yearly membership, so every year we want to make sure that you're active, participating in the process of becoming a producer. We want full-time producers. Essentially, we need full-time producers. We need people that are producing moringa. Everybody asks me, how can they help? How can they help? And you can help by becoming a producer of moringa, so that way we can sell it through the website. And so when someone's calling, do I have powder, or do I have trees, or do I have seeds, or do I have capsules? I'm looking for someone that I can trust that's growing moringa like me, that can fulfill orders. And that's the whole point of the collective, is to help fulfill orders that are coming into the website. The certification of the book, by getting this book, this will equip you with the tools that you'll need to become a certified grower for the collective. So in order to sell through the website, you do have to be certified. But like, say you go to the Facebook group tomorrow and you have cuttings, or you might have some seeds, or you might have a few items that are just helpful in getting you started. You can offer those items for sale. It'll teach you. Facebook is a great tool to help teaching you how to list your items on your own marketplace. And that's one of the things that we encourage, is to start your moringa business through the collective's tools. So we'll teach you how to have your own moringa business like me. So Chapter 1 is going in about the examination. There's going to be a test. So there's a manual and there's a certification course. The certification course is the test. Right on. Like I said, it's about 50 pages. It's talking about the business model. If you have any questions anytime, I know Shona is excited to be here and have questions. She's probably going in and reading already a part of the manual. I have it available for the founders. So it talks about the differences between collectives and co-ops. So we'll go ahead and kind of just get this going. We'll have a new one here. If anybody has any questions anytime, you can go to growmoringa.com. Go to growmoringa.com, and this will be the center hub for Moringa being sold in and around the world and the country. Everyone is going to be purchasing their Moringa through growmoringa.com. And so if you want to sell your Moringa through the collective, just get a copy of the book. Just get a copy of the book and you'll be eligible to sell your Moringa through the collective. So we have what's called a collective, right? And this collective is in Plant City, Florida. And it consists of co-ops around town and around the country. Okay, so there's these little groups of co-ops, and we might have a farmer. We might even have just maybe just someone that is a learner, right? And maybe just getting started, maybe a beginner, right? And we might have a gardener. So the collective makes up several different co-ops. And so like several years ago, I started the Moringa Growers Co-op. I know that there's a Florida Moringa. There's a Florida Moringa Growers, and that's a co-op. There's also Florida Moringa. That's working with the collective as a member of the collective. And so there's different organizations and different groups around the state of Florida. This is just Florida, right? But we also have some farmers in California and in Texas. And we also have co-ops that are now joining us in Arizona. We have a lot of growers that are joining us in Arizona. So we're starting to have these states, especially like Texas, that are coming through these different co-ops, these little co-ops. There's a co-op in Texas of growers. These are all co-ops. And co-ops are organized legally to be small organizations within that state, within the state. And so they're usually within the state. And so that's why this book goes in and talks about the difference between co-ops and collectives, and why I started a co-op in Florida and then quickly went to organizing and managing a collective. Because a collective is much more, this is our headquarters, but it's much more like worldwide. And that's the thing with this collective, the Grow Moringa Collective, is that it is worldwide. It encompasses growers all around the world. And so right now in the USA, you might see an advertisement where I say USA Moringa? That's because I'm in the USA, and 90% of all of the growers in the USA, I should say 90% of all the growers around the world, 90% of growers around the world want to sell their moringa in the USA. So there's moringa in the world, the worldwide moringa, right? The worldwide moringa production is 90% out there, billions and billions of dollars, so much money being produced by moringa growers around the world that are trying to sell it in the USA. And it's about a 300 million between the oil and the powder, because the powder makes a bunch of things and the oil makes a bunch of things. It's about $300 million right now being generated in the USA. And someone's saying she can't read it all in the moment. That's okay. Just come back to it and you can also hear when I'm talking about it. And I'm going to be talking about this more and more and more. This is actually in the book, so you don't have to worry about what I'm saying here is that you already have a copy of this book. I'm just going over what's in the book. And so 90% of the world is producing billions of dollars worth of moringa, and they're trying to sell it in the USA. And right now there's about $300 million worth of annual revenue being generated between just retailers and resellers, not even the growers, because there's not so many growers in the USA just yet. And that's what we're trying to change through the collective, is through this teaching process of how to produce this beautiful product, you know, here that you can put your own label on. The reason why I have this here without a label on it is so that way you can kind of picture and imagine your label on these products. Someone is asking here in TikTok, if you have any questions in TikTok, we definitely can answer any questions that you might have in TikTok. So getting back to this manual here, this is our manual that we're talking about, is breaking down the difference between a collective and a co-op. And so hopefully everybody now understands a little bit reason why I went to this collective space. I changed my brand name from Numa Nursery to the Grow Moringa Collective. And I also am focusing more so on the collective than even my other company, the Moringa Growers Co-op, because our co-op decided to go USDA certified organic only, and for Florida growers. And so we're only, so the co-op is only going to sell USDA certified organic moringa from Florida. And that's what we're training right now, is people to get that license in Florida. And so someone's here in the Bahamas, wonderful, just getting started. Someone has 21 trees in the Bahamas right now. Thanks, Kay. And someone says they're ready, trying to ask you about the product and labeling. Wonderful. Someone's interested in figuring out how to label their products. And so you just have to come up with your business name. And we can kind of go over labels right now too. And let's see, we can talk about labels, because labels are important. This is kind of what a lot of people want to talk about, is labeling. So let's talk about labels, especially where you are. Now, Florida has its own label laws, and I would encourage you to look up your own label laws. And so we're going to start going over what, say, like your label should say. You know, first you want to have your logo. Okay? And if you need help with your logo, you can always go to Fiverr or something like that, and you can get a logo made for your company. You might want to get a DBA, or doing business as, or an LLC, or incorporate your company as one of the ways to start maybe officializing your name and your logo as a way to get your business going. you know, what is it? What is it that you have? What is it that you have that you're focusing on as a seller? So, what's the easiest thing as a product other than trees? You know, so like with trees, you don't really need a label too much, right? You might need a label for seeds, but you don't really need a label for cuttings. You know, these are all things that you don't really need a label for. Let's see if I can get a darker marker. There we go. Cuttings. You know, things that don't really need a label, you want to kind of go for. Someone's saying that they mostly have someone ready for capsules. Okay. And loose leaf. Okay. One of the things that you can do is you can print the labels at home on a small piece of paper. Just print out and then just type out what it is. It's a moringa capsule. So you want to say moringa. And then you want to say either it's a capsule or loose leaf. You know, then you want to say what it is on this piece of paper that you're printing out, potentially putting it on the bag. You can do things very simply, rudimentary at first. You don't need anything kind of special, especially if you're just getting started with your friends and family. You can always purchase these different types of pouches online, anywhere that you want to buy pouches. You can easily buy pouches, any kind, anywhere. And what I do is I actually print my labels. I print them. You know, so I'm printing my labels. I use Photoshop. So one of the things that I use is Photoshop. And I make my label in Photoshop. I put my logo there. You know, I put moringa capsule or moringa loose leaf or moringa powder. And then maybe put, you know, how much you want to put. Definitely you want to put how much. You want to put like 100 capsules. Maybe you can weigh your capsule. Usually they're 500 milligrams. So you want to get on there, you know, at least the weight of the capsule, 500 milligrams. You want to have a front label and potentially a back label. So that way the front label, so you want to have a front label and a back label. So this will be front and back. So you want to have a design for front and back. You can make these and just type these words out on a piece of paper and just cut it out at first. You know, just that way you're having something that's going with each one of your packages. And someone is saying if they need to buy the bottles, you can always buy bottles, any size bottles that you're trying to purchase, you can. And at the very top of your bottles, you'll want to get what's called a PVC band. A PVC band. That PVC band is something that you can use like a hot gun, and that PVC band will tighten up and it'll look like a brand new bottle. You'll want to put a cotton ball inside. You know, if you have your bottles with your lid, you want to put the PVC band. You also want to put a cotton ball inside. Okay, so that way that absorbs any moisture or odors or anything. They also have safe, like moisture bags, packages that you can even purchase to put inside your capsule bottles. Okay. And what else would you want to have on the front? Maybe you would definitely want to have capsules, definitely want to have your logo. It's 500 milligrams. You want to have the weight, usually 1 gram. Usually, so you'll have the weight of that. So 100 caps, 500 milligrams. 2 capsules weighs a gram, so it's 500 grams. So you want to put 500 grams, or is it 50 grams? It's 50 grams. 50 grams, not 500 grams. Is it 500 grams? I think it's 500 grams for 1,000 capsules. I think that's what it's like, a half a kilo for 1,000 capsules. And okay, safety seals, like the sealable bag. Okay, great. So she's asking about health properties. You can type in Moringa nutritional facts, and I'll even have one of these files available for you, so that way in our folders we'll have different folders available for all of the founders, so that way you can get access to standardized Moringa labeling requirements, and then we can start going in on regions and states, because there's certain lists and requirements for different states. So like you may have to just put for now you may have to put cottage rule. You know, there's a cottage rule here that you want to look up, you know, depending on what licenses and what certifications that you want to have during selling. Some people don't want to have any kind of business license or anything that's registered with the state, and so therefore they can just kind of legally put on their cottage rule. But once you start, you know, getting food handling licenses inspected by the collective to be able to sell your products through our website, then we'll go from there. But like starting off, you can always just sell it like right now to your friends and your family, like, and just getting this going, right? So great. So you want to know the health properties. So we'll be able to go in there. You really just want to do like nutritional facts. You know, you'll have like nutritional facts. And it's very simple, you know, like the calories. It's really like the fiber. You know, it's really like the protein. You know, you just want to say that it's a part of a 2,000 calorie diet. You know, and mostly it's zero. It's, you know, it's mostly 0 or 1% protein. You know, and so it's very simple because it's small serving size, and it's like consuming a vegetable. You know, so there's very little fat, you know, associated with it. So it's like 0 fat, that type of thing. So it's a very simple label that you may have on the back as far as health properties. You don't need to get into specifically like it has, you know, percentage wise for iron, this and that, unless you individually test your batch. And so like that's what farmers are doing. Actually, they're testing their batch. If they get, you know, a couple 100 kilos being supplied from their farm, then they'll test a batch and they'll go from there. That's why I wanted the affiliate link, so they can buy through you until I get my trees and yard established. Wonderful. Yeah, they can buy through the collective, and then you'll see a kickback from that using that affiliate link. You'll get 13% cash back from anybody that purchases. So now that we have the items at the website, so you can go to growmoringa.com. Now that you have your affiliate link, everything should process. We'll let you know if we have any troubles. Let me know if you know for sure you've got a conversion. We want to make sure it shows up in your thing, so we're making sure that that's going through right now. So we talked a little bit about the difference between the collective business model and the cooperative business model. It's really on how you categorize yourself and your business. And that's what we're doing, is through our mission statement, through our own values, through our autonomy and independence, talks about that, talks about education, training, and our values. One of the things that we value is self-regulation and self-help, like what we're doing here with Shauna and helping her out and helping her business, is she's starting to regulate her Moringa business through herself. We are a tool. You know, we're not going to be able to do everything for you getting started, but we're going to be a huge help in propelling your business and speeding up the way that you can sell sell, and generate an income from moringa. So working to improve oneself in a group and improve your circumstances is why I'm here. I want to help improve your circumstances, learning about moringa, growing moringa, selling moringa. Someone's saying, them being in the Bahamas, what's available overseas to be a part of this vision? So you're able to find buyers potentially joining this organization in the Bahamas. A lot of people in the USA are interested in experimenting and purchasing where moringa also grows really well. So we have interested buyers in, say, North Dakota or Wisconsin that they just want to have some greens from the Bahamas and they want to have access to buyers, or I should say growers. They want to have direct access to growers from the Bahamas. So like you guys can connect directly. You don't have to become a certified grower to sell your moringa if you end up finding the buyer directly either through our Discord. So we have a Discord, Grow Moringa Discord. It's one of the ways that we're connecting all of our members. And so members include buyers and sellers. And so if you're the Bahamas, you can, and if you become certified through the collective, you could then list your certified moringa as Bohemian Moringa. We have several growers actually in the Bahamas that are considering joining as well, wanting to know the value being in the Bahamas, but also we have people coming to us from the Bahamas that are looking to buy moringa as well. So you'll have direct access to buyers in the Bahamas. So we have buyers coming in from the Bahamas that are in the Bahamas. We have buyers that are joining the collective as members to get access to the buyers or to the growers that are growing it in the country that they grew up in or their families from. And so that's one of the benefits of joining the collective in the Bahamas or in South America or in Africa or in India, is because someone in the USA that's joining the collective is going to want to buy from moringa directly from the country that they're from. So that's happening as well. Okay, so that's a really, really great point. I'm glad that I've already been a huge help so far, Shauna, and hopefully to the person in the Bahamas decides to join the membership, come in and sit with us during these Q&As that we have every week. So we'll have weekly Q&As that you can connect with all of the other founding members. And then there's going to be different groups. So like one of the things that you can benefit from being in the Bahamas is become a content creator for the collective in the Bahamas and teach. If you know about moringa and you can teach a course or a class with us, you can get in with the members in the members area and also teach a course, a class, and that helps to promote your business and your brand. So we're helping to elevate all of our other members into becoming better sellers, because that's that disconnect that we're having between growers and buyers. You know, we have the grower, which has really high quality moringa, and this is all over the world, and every farmer or every grower has trouble getting their product to the end consumer or the buyer. And essentially that's what our organization does. That's what the collective does, is it helps to advertise and manage sales for the members, you know, to help get your moringa sold. Now, say we're getting a lot of sales from the Bahamas. I should say a lot of people are requesting Bohemian Moringa on our website. We could call you and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and order a pre-order of 100 kilos from you and your farm. So that way we already have it in the States when someone buys it. And so we're going to start becoming importers of high quality moringa, and we're going to start listing people's moringa in the States. And so if you're anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country, and you want to sell your moringa in the USA, start off by joining the collective, become a founding member of the collective. So that way we can start getting samples of your moringa to be able to divide out amongst buyers that are potentially interested in buying Indian moringa or African moringa or Bohemian moringa, Filipino moringa, Trinidad moringa, Guam Moringa, Cambodia and Thailand Moringa. We have a lot of these growers around the world actually that are hitting us up right now through Facebook. You can join the Facebook group. And also just go to growmoringa.com and become a founding member, and you'll be able to sell your moringa through the collective as you become certified with the manual. Once each chapter of the manual is out, you'll be able to take the test, and it's coming. Everything is kind of getting organized right now. This is the startup phase of the collective, of the Grow Moringa Collective. And we're teaching everybody how to grow moringa. We have lots of information about the professional business model, how to conduct yourself as business. There's lots of resources inside the book here about organizations that you can contact, and a little bit about how I started the co-op, which then led to formulating and forming the collective. So a couple years ago, I started planting moringa trees on other people's properties. Then that turned into a local co-op, which then has turned into a worldwide collective of co-ops. And so we're managing now the Moringa Growers Co-op, and to help it get some sales and to help it teach. We're also the educating institution and governing body that helps to educate everybody about moringa in the world, especially in the USA. There needs to be a school, and this is the academy, essentially. The Grow Moringa Academy is now at growmoringa.com, and it's through this book here, essentially. This is the start of our academy here. The mission of Grow Moringa Collective is to educate and inspire others to grow and process moringa trees, providing nutrient-dense food for human, animal, and plant consumption. The reason why we say plant consumption is because moringa is actually used as a biostimulant. We have this USDA certified organic moringa biostimulant now available at our website. It's a beautiful product that helps our trees grow super, super big. It's made from moringa leaves. This is made from moringa leaves, and it's preserved with USDA certified organic materials, so that way we could bottle it and then be able to sell it on our website. And so you can get a bottle of this actually in our starter kit now. We have a new starter kit. It's no longer the little sample items. It's actually just stimulant, trees, seeds, and little pellets to get your operation started. So you can grab this because moringa leaves are juiced in this biostimulant here, and helps to feed the plants. So it helps to feed plants. Oh my gosh, Shauna's saying she's been getting biostimulant for several months actually. Shauna's been saying that she gave some of this stimulant away to their friends, and they're trying it out, and they're completely blown away with the results. Unbelievable. I'm blown away with the results as well because we're using it on our turmerics. Our turmerics are huge. We're using it on our pots. All of our pots are sprouted. We used it on all of our seedlings. It sprouted and germinated all of our seedlings super fast. So even just a little bit of this goes a long way. This is actually 2 gallons worth of biostimulant. This is a solution. This is a concentrated form, and this is 4 gallons. This is 4 gallons of solution. So this is about a 30-day supply. It's about a 60-day supply. If you have as much pots as we do, you can actually get a 20-liter bottle of this biostimulant. Is now available at growmoringa.com. It's an amazing product made from moringa leaves, USDA certified organic moringa leaves. Okay, so that's our mission. And all over the country, as we were mentioning, we have these chapters, chapter locations that are going to be popping up, like Shauna in Las Vegas. We have lots of members actually in Las Vegas that have joined, that are excited about getting their chapter established. So what we're going to do is now we're starting to have 10, 15, 20 people join in a city. We're going to turn each one of those city groups into chapter locations, so that way they can form their own body of governance. They can have their own meetings and have their own group discussions. aside from the main headquarters in Florida, so that way they can start creating a co-op of themselves and also building their moringa businesses up together. That's what's really important, is being able to grow your moringa business wherever you are. And that's a part of our code of ethics. That brings us to our code of ethics. Hopefully we talked enough about our labeling and what you can do to help get yourself a label. We could also help too if you wanted to hire me into designing your own logo, and also for making your label. I can create your file. I can create the file for you, and for a price I can put together your label depending on how long it would take me, and we could talk about how much it costs per label, and we can get you set up on being able to print your own labels from home with a printer. As long as you have enough ink and you have the right labels to print out, I can set that paper up through Photoshop, and you just would have to print it through Photoshop, I'm pretty sure, because sometimes it just changes. Like if you print it out on different like browsers or different things, it kind of like changes the size of it, so it prints it a little bit off. But we can talk about how to get it in your hands from my files for you to print at home. We'll talk about how that's going to happen, because we just want to be able to help everybody get their moringa business started. So growmoringa.com is live with products. You can actually shop our products now on our new website. And what we're going to do is we're going to have all of our collective members start fulfilling orders. And so if a collective member came by and purchased, say, like a huge 20-liter bottle of our biostimulant, and they wanted to become a retailer of our products, they could actually fulfill orders in that case at that point, and they could bottle up the stimulant, and we would give them orders as they come in. So as a way to invest in the collective, you can purchase things in bulk and then retail and resell them out on the website as a seller, as a Grow Moringa Collective seller. You can see this as a Grow Moringa Collective label, and you can become a franchise owner of the collective as well and get a location. But we mostly want to talk about ethics right now. Ethics when harvesting. Because a lot of it is about the heart. We're talking about the moringa tree. And this is an ancient sacred plant that is grown around the world now and is used as a commodity. And so we want to regard every single moringa tree in the collective that we might come up to and we might harvest. We want to come up to it with love and care, and make sure that we're taking and we're making clean cuts. We're not leaving the trees jaggedy, or we're not like ripping pieces off and leaving the tree. We're not shaking the tree, so that way it breaks the root system. We're trying to preserve the root system as much as possible. Got lots of questions on TikTok. Everybody's coming through TikTok, and want to say thanks everybody for joining us today. So far, we've been live for almost an hour. Wow, we've been talking for already almost an hour. Love talking to everybody on YouTube. If you have any questions, I see the questions that are coming in. Beautiful connection with everybody. Thank you. We're just kind of going through chapter 1 of the book. You can actually get chapter 1 now at growmoringa.com. Especially, we're talking about the ethics. Ethics, we want to strive to always improve our quality of growing practices with all the members. And we'll be talking about this through our bylaws. And so we'll be coming out with more information about the collective, the bylaws, and potentially how we would want you to market, advertise, promote, and even talk about the collective to the public. How you would represent your business, potentially have Grow Moringa Collective on your label. So that's another thing that we offer on your label, is to have your brand, your logo. But if you wanted to support the collective, you could have the Grow Moringa Collective logo on there as well, saying that you're certified. You're certified as a Grow Moringa Collective grower, and that's a prestigious icon to have on your logo as well. It means that you adhere to the code of ethics, and you have good communication skills with the collective. As a business owner, we're talking, we're communicating. As a member, you're helping to educate and teach others about Moringa. And pretty much, we want to see you every single year at the Moringa Con. We have this Moringa Con. And we're really going to be talking more about this Moringa Con, because it's going to be a conference that's going to be held in St. Pete. It's going to be held downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. We love St. Pete. St. Petersburg, Florida has a ton of moringa trees, and also the community there is really great. Farmers, they're urban farmers, and it's also close to Tampa. It's also going to be close to Clearwater and Tarpon Springs, where we have a lot of growers. And it's also going to be easy access to Bradenton, as well as Sarasota and Fort Myers. Everybody can just kind of come up 75 there. So we're going to meet in St. Pete. It's probably going to be in October of 22. It's going to be our first annual Moringa Con, because in October is going to be essentially where the weather starts changing, and we want to start harvesting our last batch, and we're going to have our last batch of moringa available for sale during the Moringa Con, and so is everybody else. They're going to be coming in with their final batch of the season. They've been growing all summer long, and they're going to be coming in, and they're going to want to be able to make the money that they need to prepare them for winter, to help them get through the winter time. So they're going to sell their products at Moringa Con. So we're going to have all the different farmers and all the different locations showing up to Moringa Con, having a conference, learning about Moringa, teaching and educating the public the great benefits about Moringa. And that's what we're talking about here in this book. And it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come to you today, is to talk to you about Moringa Con and the conference that we're going to have, and it being tied to the tickets being tied to Ethereum, and so we're making an NFT right now, and the only way to purchase tickets to Moringa Con is going to be through the Grow Moringa collection, NFT collection. Okay, and so we'll have more information about how you can get tickets to Moringa Con very soon. And we'll also teach you how to get Ethereum. You know, you have to sign up to get a MetaMask. MetaMask will hold the Ethereum crypto, in a wallet, so that way you can buy and sell USD dollars for Ethereum, and then you can trade your Ethereum for the Founders NFT. And the Founders NFT will have tickets to Moringa Con, among many other access tokens are available in the NFT that you could also grab, which would give you access to me. So we'll have different things. So maybe even like a dinner. You know, if you wanted to have access to me and have dinner with me, we could talk about anything. Mostly Moringa, but we could talk about anything. But there's going to be an access token in there where you could have dinner with Kendrick. Also, maybe a meeting. If you wanted to have a business meeting and wanted to really get together, we'll have a business meeting card. And so you could also grab within the Founders NFT a meeting card and have a meeting with me. Okay, so there's going to be different things available on the Ethereum blockchain very soon for Grow Moringa, for founders. What I'll do is, for all the founders that have already signed up, I'll probably end up just getting your NFT ready for you. Whenever you do get a MetaMask and whenever you do get Ethereum, we'll go ahead and put 150 in there for you, because you've already purchased your founding membership in cash. But we want to go ahead and get everybody established and get it all kind of marked in on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's what we're going to be doing, talking lots of crypto very soon, NFTs, and how to be able to create value and interest worldwide and globally with Moringa, the Moringa powder as a backing. This is essentially our gold standard. This is the gold standard right here. This is a brick, a token, a coin, a Moringa coin, and we're going to be basing everything on its value on the size of a kilo and its weight and everything like that. 2.2 pounds. So many great ideas, and that's why it says exchange of ideas. One of the important benefits of joining an organization like the Grow Moringa Collective is to have all of these really great ideas coming in. The founders membership includes Q&As, like weekly Q&As. So our next Q&A that we're going to have, I think, is going to be on the 8th, 11/8/21, this Monday. Isn't today the 6th, 7th, the 8th? So we're going to have a Q&A. We're going to have a Q&A on the 8th. And we'd love to have you there. Thanks, everybody. On TikTok, someone's asking about the moringa tree, the leaves as a hobby. Can you feed this to your fish? You can feed moringa to your fish. Someone's saying if they don't do crypto, that's fine. You don't have to do crypto right now. It's just going to be available for someone that is. And if and when you are ready to, we want to help you get into crypto. We want to teach you about crypto because it has to do with ownership. And we want to be able to, as a farmer, when I was visiting sites around, I wish that there was a system that could track through a contract these trees that I planted. And this is what we're going to be offering, is an opportunity for people that are coming on planting moringa trees on these locations, is to be able to track through the blockchain the existence and the actual action that happened of planting these trees. Maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, there's a sale, and these trees, the batch from these trees, potentially could be sold on the blockchain, and it could be trackable with the royalty coming back to the original person that planted that seedling. I wish that I had access to all the trees that I planted, all the seeds that I planted 5-10 years ago. Considering if they're making the farmer money today, I would love to see maybe a 0.00001% penny, royalty off of each sale that tree is still producing. So one of the things that we're really interested in talking about, but if you're not into crypto right now, it's okay. It's totally fine, and I want to be able to teach people that are interested in joining and becoming a crypto, getting into crypto with us. And the 1-year membership is actually the next section of the chapter here, and Lana, you can actually get the full access to the chapter 1 now is available in the members area. We have the PDF available, so you can just log in. All the founding members have access to chapter 1, so you can actually read this whole book now, this whole first chapter now. And so who are the members, and who can join? And that goes back to what someone was saying in the Bahamas. What's the benefit of joining is that it's worldwide, and even if you just join for the year, you can get all the information in one night, and you could download everything, and then you could potentially end your membership to where the subscription doesn't get taken out of your bank anymore, and you're just a learner, and if anything, at all costs, you're just learning. And so great. Shauna says she got the PDF downloaded. Wonderful. She's in there. Good. I'm glad that it's available and you're getting in. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm just super excited that this chapter 1 is available now, so you can have access to it. And we're talking about so many great topics in this first chapter. This is just really the warm-up, mostly just getting everybody acclimated to like the membership, what it entails. What does this $150 entail for the year? And I was saying that you could get all the information that you needed and leave the collective, and you don't need to continue the subscription. But for someone that's going to want to have access to new members every year, potentially they're going to want to stay in the collective to continue having access to new members, to also be listed as a member, to have your business in the directory. So this directory is a huge bonus for continuing your membership, is so that way you're listed in this live directory, where we also have a digital version of this directory where it's live and you can have like a sales pitch with your logo and your name and talk about your company in there. I talk about my company in the directory. So let's see. So we have all kinds of founders in here. Yeah, we have at least over 50 founding members now that have joined. We still have a few seats. We're going to be opening up the founders membership on the NFT platform a little bit more so, in the rules of generating capital, as this founders key and this membership token. We'd like to get to the point where we have some capital to be able to get some equipment, to potentially purchase some land, because we get a lot of calls from around the country, people that are interested in purchasing land to grow moringa in Florida or California or Texas, and somebody might be in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and they're asking, hey, where do we buy land in Florida to grow moringa? And we want to be able to, A, have land for them that they could purchase, or B, also have land for them that they could lease potentially from an owner, member, that's saying, hey, I have an acre plot here for somebody that could lease it, that wants to farm moringa trees on it. So you can share your land with other moringa farmers. This membership thing is very, very in depth. It goes in and talks about what's required as a member, and we can talk more about membership and what I mean by what's required as a member. What's required if you want to be an active participant that's producing, that's also able to vote. So after your first year as a member, you're going to be able to be rolled into the voting process and the democratic voting rights that you then have access to. You're being grandmothered in, essentially. After 1 year, we figure you have your training wheels. You can take your training wheels off, and you can have more so a voice within the collective, because at that point you've probably finished the book, you've read the book, you've been watching myself and teaching and learning about the moringa tree for like a year at least. And at that point, we know that you'll make more educated decisions and will want to have a voice in the collective to help steer things in different directions. So the book talks about membership, this 1 year period in which you're learning, and then after that, you could actually own a share of the collective, and so we're going to be making this potentially. It's a private company right now, and so we're going to be getting a share of the private company, and even you can get a share of it before the 1 year if you became an employee or a worker member. These worker members, very similar to, say, like Publix is a co-op, is a worker co-op, a worker collective, where they give ownership of their stock share to the employees. Essentially, that's what we're doing as well. So we're a producer. This is a type of collective that we are. We're a producer. I wish I had a better marker here. Let's see. No, definitely not that one. We are a producer and a worker plus a worker collective. And the producers, usually it takes about 1 year for them to really learn about the collective to be able to get status as an owner. But as soon as you become a worker, even if you've only known about the collective for a month and you began working, we have several positions available: hourly positions, managerial positions, technicians, harvesters, not just independent contractors, but actual employees of the collective itself, that are coming in daily, even to the headquarters here in Plant City, that are working hourly on the farm, that are helping with shipping and sales. So if you become an employee of the collective right away, you could become an owner member. Essentially, you get a share, a private share of the collective, which then you could benefit in getting dividends, dividends and profits back. So every profit that we make is listed on the ledger. We have a ledger, of course, every company does. And so we'll have our profits listed there, and any of our profits are going to be divided amongst all of our worker owner members and as well as our producer owner members. And so you can get a cut. If you can't grow trees, say you don't have trees, you live in an apartment, you don't have the ability to grow trees just yet, one of the ways that you can benefit from the collective is becoming an employee, a worker, essentially. And so we have several workers that are coming in now that are also going to be working remotely. We're signing more people on to help make content, take these videos and chop them up and make clips to put those out as clips. There's a lot of positions that we have available in the content creator space, as well as maybe even filming their own process, their own journey themselves, their experience, their testimonial of Moringa could actually become workers of the collective. So if you want a position, actually, a direct position, a worker position, you can actually email me your resume at growmoringa.com. Email me your resume if you'd like to join the team. You can also call me at 813-567-3100. We're seeking board of directors. We're seeking a president. We're seeking a CEO. We're seeking a CMO. We're seeking several high-end admin positions actually in the collective. So if you'd like to join us on a higher level and be a part of the board of directors as well, we're seeking positions there. Please apply and give me a ring, 813-567-3100. All right. We're looking for harvesters. We are seeking people that can work as harvesters. And so we actually have a few of our founders actually this week that wanted to get together here in the local area and to learn how they can actually become harvesters. So we're going to get together a harvesters workshop. Stay tuned if you'd like to come out to the harvesters workshop to one of our locations and learn how to harvest moringa trees. We'll get that set up this week. So we'll have a harvesters workshop this week for some of our harvesters. We'll go to one of our locations and we'll trim some of the trees back, and we'll get that also on camera so that way you can see it in the members area, and we'll have some of our members out there learning how to harvest. So we talked about Class A founding members, Class B worker members, and then our third category of members would be the investors and the patrons. And so at any time you can invest in the collective. At any time you can call me at 813-567-3100 if you'd like to invest in the collective. We have people providing $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000. We're actually seeking a $1 million capital investor right now, and so we'll be coming out with more information about what we would do and break down that $1 million, but also, most importantly, the vision that I have for the collective. So we're seeking a sole investor that has $1 million in capital that would like to surge this collective with capital to help build up mostly this location. And I want to go ahead and explain what we would do essentially with the $1 million. And mostly it's just vision. I just need to share with you the vision. If you have the $1 million or potentially considering raising some money with the collective, I'd love to share with you the vision about that actually. In the upcoming months, I'll be getting that together so that way you can see what I have planned for the collective, this location as the main headquarters and farm, and what we can do to raise more capital and more money with the moringa tree industry. And that's where the book comes to history. We have history. So we have the history of moringa. And the book is available at growmoringa.com. You can pick up chapter 1 of this book now. You can download it. Shauna's already downloaded it. Some of the members are already probably in there now looking at the book. You can download the book at growmoringa.com. We'll just put that back up here. And I wish that this would stay kind of dark. But sometimes because it's at an angle, it doesn't really stay dark. Essentially, what I'm trying to draw here is Africa, and then also India. Okay, and so this is past. This is the past. Potentially, and what I've studied and what I've heard through the grapevine is that Africa and India were connected. Okay, Africa and India were connected. And Moringa is here in that connection, in that same place where these two places existed, potentially connected at one point in time. India broke off and floated and slammed into the Himalayan plate, Asia. It slammed into Asia. Okay? And India then, apart from Africa, had Moringa on it. And so not only are there 12 types of Moringa in Africa, but there's also a main variety of Moringa in India that we mostly all grow today, which I have here is the Indian version. It's called oleifera. And this Moringa oleifera is the one that we mostly grow here with the drumstick. And with this drumstick, you get the seeds inside that produces oil, and that's where oleifera comes into place, is oil producing, and that's what oleifera is. I'm excited to share with you the Moringa oleifera tree is producing lots of oil. It's producing lots of oil. And another thing that it produces is actually flowers too. I have the flowers here. We definitely help keep the flowers intact and preserved in here. This is some of our dried flowers that we access for teas and also for powdering. The flower can be used as a spice. It's very, very potent. It's very strong and spicy that we save the flowers. Love the flowers. Moringa flowers are great in teas. They're very nutritious. Actually, I heard that the flowers are even more anti-inflammatory than the leaves. Right? So the book goes over a little bit of the history of the moringa tree and the geographical locations of where it comes from. That way it can talk about where we're growing it today. And someone's asking, is there a big difference in the varieties? Yes. Yes, the ones from Africa, they might be like really like big and bulbous at the bottom and then like very, very tiny little greens at the top. You might see those trees around Africa a lot. And that's because it's holding a lot of water in there, and it's a different type of moringa. And so it produces different varieties of leaf structure and flower structure. But the most famous one for food that we've been growing for thousands of years is this oleifera, the one that we have here, with the red stems and it's the most easiest to kind of break with the hands. It's like made for the human body. Um, it's very easy to cultivate and grow. It's very easy to strip the greens. It's very easy to just strip these greens very easily. And also the leaves are very easy to eat and consume on the body. They're very, very soft. And they taste very good. They don't need to be cooked. They're very clean. The leaves are naturally hydrophobic. They actually propel dirt and water. It's one reason why they're very clean and a cleanly type of plant. That's very good to eat and consume. Speaking of that, it might be dinner time soon. And I probably will be heading out here soon. Just wanted to give you guys an update about the book. We can go over more about the history of Moringa. We'll probably go off the history of Moringa here and talk more about the Moringa industry, say the next time we come back. And so I'll go ahead and probably just leave us here so that way I can chop this video up and have that available in different titles so that way people can kind of get the different titles that we have. And so we'll just kind of talk about the history of the Moringa tree a little bit more later, and we'll probably just go ahead and end her here. Oh man, there's so much more in the book. We can go over cultivation, propagation, yield, and harvesting. I want you guys to get a copy of this book. It's really amazing. We'll talk about pests and diseases next time. I'll probably just go live tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow for everybody so we can have a little bit more talk about the breakdown of the minerals. And actually, I have in this book, you can see the breakdown of the raw leaf, vitamin A, what it's made of, the minerals, and the quantity of calcium, iron, magnesium. So it's like 40% of the leaf is iron. That's in here. Oh, and then some cooking. We'll go over recipes. So come back with us tomorrow, okay? And we'll talk about recipes for Moringa. Okay, not receipts, recipes. All right, so we'll talk about cooking with Moringa. All right, so we'll go ahead and go through the second half of the book of chapter 1 together tomorrow. We'll talk about salesmanship and about selling it. We'll talk more about labels. And then some more about licensing and what you may want to have as a grower, as a landscaper, potentially having a nursery business. And so kind of some of the things that you may want to have. There's lots of resources in here. Where we got all of our information is in here, so you can connect with some of the authors of some of this information. And of course, we'll go through best management practices, leading the green industry. And then we even have some sample questions in the back. So we'll even go over some sample questions. This was really great. I'll go ahead and just keep this set up, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably come back tomorrow. And I'm really glad that everybody had a chance to come. If you'd like to join the collective and get in on the Q&As, every week we'll have more Q&As. Yeah, we'll go ahead and live stream tomorrow here as well, and we'll give you an update. I'll even make a post on YouTube so that way we can live stream tomorrow. And that way we can go over the rest of the chapter 1 of the manual for everybody. If you have any questions, just come back and see us. If you have any questions, you can always text me, 813-567-3100. I might even just say that now and say, call me. I'm going to see here. That way it stays in there. I'm actually on my other account right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and post something. Yep. Perfect. Nice. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening. Thanks, Shauna, for joining us. Really loved having you in here, asking questions, being a really active member of the membership. And thanks, everybody on TikTok. We'll be here. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll go live. We'll talk more about Moringa. If you have any questions, we'll want to talk about how to package, how to sell it. And so that way you can get your Moringa business going. This was a beautiful time. I had a great time, great evening. Have a happy Saturday evening. And you can see the sun's already going down. So I'm going to get to bed and head up early so I can do some farming. We're going to do some Moringa farming in the morning. So I'll have some video content for you in the morning. And Robert's here too. Robert's saying good night. And Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for joining and watching. We'll be back soon. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay? So have a good evening. Peace. If you need anything, everything is available now on our website at growmoringa.com. You can grab seeds, biostimulant, powder, cuttings, oil, capsules. Everything is back on the website. We reopened our website now, so that way you can get fresh moringa products. And we'll have some more things like teaching how to press the seeds to make oil. Also, we'll have some more workshops and tutorials about how to plant the seeds to make the trees. Until next time, peace, love, and prosperous growing. I'll see you soon. Ciao.